Can you believe that in America today, people are dying because of the high cost of prescription drugs? And today we announce loudly and clearly that we will no longer accept the greed of the pharmaceutical industry. In fact, later this month, on the 28th, I'll be going to Detroit, Michigan, and get on a bus with a number of people who have diabetes. And we are going to be taking that bus to Windsor, Ontario. And in Windsor, Ontario, we are going to buy insulin for 1/10 of the price that diabetic patients are charged in the United States. So today we tell the pharmaceutical industry their greed is going to end, that under Medicare for All there will be a cap on what people will have to pay for medicine, and that we are going to significantly, and underline the word significantly, lower prescription drug costs in America. We are tired of getting ripped off. I am tired of talking with people who are struggling with mental illness in this country, who cannot afford the mental health counseling they desperately need. I am tired of talking and meeting with people whose teeth are rotting in their mouths, but they cannot find affordable dental care. Let me be very honest and tell you what I think many of you already know, that the current debate over Medicare for All has nothing to do with health care. We are not in a debate about which health care system is working well or which is better. Nobody thinks that a system in which 80 million people or more have no health insurance or are underinsured is a good system. Nobody I know thinks that when Americans are paying the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs, that is a good system. What the debate that we are currently having in this campaign and all over this country has nothing to do with health care, but it has everything to do with the greed and profits of the health care industry.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.